Dry skin is a problem which we and our near dear ones would have encountered at some time in their lives. Dry skin occurs when the skin loses its natural oils and moisture, leading to a rough, tight, and sometimes itchy feeling. While occasional dryness may be temporary issue, but chronic dry skin can cause discomfort and impact on overall skin health. According to a study conducted by the Indian Journal of Dermatology, nearly 30% to 40% of the Indian population experiences some degree of dry skin. This prevalence is relatively higher in regions with low humidity levels such as northern and western India, where dry weather conditions are more common. So in today's digital world, it's a boon or a blessing that we can get to hear from an expert dermatologist online about dry skin concept, how we can prevent it, and the kind of tests which are required for a diagnosis, the right treatment, and management approach for an early eye. So, ladies and gentlemen, girls and boys, we have with us today renowned dermatologist of India, Dr. B. Sravani Sandya, who is the founder of Aura Skin and Hair Clinic, Visakhapatnam. She specializes in medical laser procedures, cosmetology procedures, treats a broad range of dermatology conditions, including acne, enzyme, and allergies, pediatric dermatology, and laser procedures. Dr. Shravani believes that good communication and education are key components to good health. She encourages her patients to actively participate in their healthcare process and ask all their questions to put their mind at ease. She is extremely knowledgeable when it comes to skincare and the services she provides. She has experience of 13 years in this field. She strives to give her patients the attention, compassion, and care that they deserve by listening to them and understanding what their goals are when it comes to skincare. A very warm welcome, Dr. V. Sandya, and it is a pleasure to have you with us today.
Thank you so much. Thank you for the great introduction.
And today, as we are going to discuss about a very important topic, that is dry skin. And I think we have seen, encountered in our life, many people around us who have dry skin, who have this problem of dry skin. If we ask about the common causes of dry skin, so what are the major common causes of dry skin, doctor?
Okay. So generally, dry skin sit down, like you said earlier, towards north and western parts of India. It's very common because of the weather. Whereas when we come towards south, where I live, especially in Vizag, we have a very humid weather, so we don't see too much of dryness like how towards north they see. Commonly, it's because of cold air for people who live in cooler regions of the country or cooler parts of the world. And we also see in people who are using humidifiers and medical conditions such as psoriasis or ichthyosis. These are some of the most common cases, and most important thing is atopic dermatitis. So these are some of the common causes.
Okay, so these are the common causes of somebody having a dry skin. We have seen that some people are more prone to dry skin than others. Usually, we see in our friend circle also that some people have, a good moisture skin, and some people have a dry skin that they apply moisturizer as well, but still, it becomes dry. So, why it is happened? Why some people are more prone to dry skin than others?
So like I was saying earlier, in the common causes, there are certain conditions such as ichthyosis, psoriasis, atopic dermatitis. In all these conditions, so there is something called a skin barrier. Now, all of us have a natural barrier on the skin. Now, in conditions like this, or eczema and all of these conditions, the natural skin barrier is lost. When the barrier is lost, they are more prone to develop dry skin when compared to the regular patients.
Okay, and is it, as you have already told, that the most common cause is the climate conditions? If somebody is living in a climate which is relatively cold than other, is that a major cause of dry skin?
Yeah, for a person who is living in cooler regions, the weather is very, very dry, or in the cool air, when it touches onto your skin, it damages even more. There is no humidity in the air. When there is no humidity in the air, it's natural for the climate to pull out water from your skin. So it makes your skin even more dry if you don't apply a good moisturizer, or if you don't take care of it well.
Okay, so is it like that? People have this myth as well. If somebody have a dry skin, they apply more and more moisturizer, and so that their skin does not look dry. Is it like that? Moisturizer helps if somebody is having a dry skin, and reapplying it again and again, because sometimes the layer of the skin feels like dry. So how moisturizer is helpful if somebody is reapplying it again and again because they are feeling the dryness in their skin.
So it is very important, like you were saying, moisturizer, they have to keep reapplying moisturizer. A lot of us think, like, if you apply once a day, or at the max, for people who really maintain well, they apply twice a day. Now, applying once or twice a day, they think it's okay, but for a person with a dry skin, once or twice is not going to be of use, because it keeps evaporating into the environment, and your skin keeps, if you're living in a cooler region especially, you don't tend to drink a lot of water. Your body itself is not hydrated. Your skin, first of all, appears very, very dry. And all of these, especially if you don't moisturize, your skin gets very dry, and the contact time, the amount of time which it stays on your skin is very less if you're living in a cooler regions, or if you have really dry skin. So you have to keep layering the moisturizer multiple number of times. So it is important to moisturize at least 3 to 4 times a day if you have any form of dry skin, because of various conditions like we were talking.
Yes, because as you already told us that it evaporates in the climate due to some climate conditions as well. Now, doctor, you have told that that people do not drink a lot of water. Is it like that? If somebody is not drinking a lot of water, or are there any lifestyle habits that can worsen the dry skin? And is it like that if somebody is having a good lifestyle, will comparatively have a good skin, and who is comparatively having not that good lifestyle, not drinking a lot of water or taking proper diet, will it affect the dry skin?
Yes, definitely. Maintenance, like I feel skincare is all about maintenance. It is not a single time thing. You drink water one day and you can't expect your skin to look good throughout the week. It's a constant maintenance. Every day you have to drink water. So in general, you don't have to drink excessive water. Just because you drink lots of water, your skin is not going to get better 100 times. For it to look normal and natural, for a man, you need to drink at least about 13 cups of water, and for women, about 9 cups of water on an average, I'm saying. So you don't really have to count, but at least about 1 to 2 liters of water, at least 2 liters of water is essential for everyone. Now, in general, what happens in the body is from your blood vessels and to the skin, the water keeps going inside and out. So if you're dehydrated, it doesn't push into your skin. So your skin will look extremely dry if you're not hydrated. So drinking normal amount of water is essential. You don't have to drink excess, but normal is enough. Now, there is a lot of fads these days in Instagram and all, where people carry like 5-6 liters of water and they keep drinking throughout the day. All that is not required. You drink 2 liters of water, it's good.
Right, right. And as we were talking about the social media, that there is a lot of things which are happening, and people are suggesting that you should apply this if you have a dry skin. So, how home remedies actually work on dry skin, and if somebody is having actual dry skin, because sometimes the dry skin is like that. The skin sheds from the hands and from the body. So, is it like that? How it is practically it's possible that some people home remedy, they take the home remedy or self medicate themselves,
Okay. Okay. So India or most of my patients, the first thing they ask me is, doctor, I don't want to use any, medication per se. Please tell me some natural tips. We are all of us love natural tips. So practically speaking, if you have a skin condition, I would recommend please don't go and use some natural remedy. Please don't go cut an aloe vera plant and apply directly onto your face. So please don't do all of that. The basic thing what you can do is one natural thing what I can recommend is glycerin, which is available in most of the households. So you can, the most natural thing I could think of is that, and drink lots of water. And please avoid using a lot of these exfoliants like we use basin and all of that, but don't it should not be very exfoliating, ground it into a smoother paste, or go for natural remedies such as oats. Oats you can use to scrub your body. Oats have not natural moisturizer. So switch to something like that rather than something which makes your skin very dry.
So that means you can apply, or you can definitely take home remedy as a part, but consult your doctor, because I think a doctor better knows your skin, and they test it. Are there any doctor, any tests which are required for somebody who's having literally like a lot of dry skin, that skin is shedding? It is like a very like difficult condition to treat. Sometimes people apply, self-medicate, or take home remedy, and then the results are the opposite what they have thought.
Firstly, please don't self-medicate. That's most everyone should remember that. Please don't self-medicate, because every skin is different and all of us behave to certain products in a different way. Just because it works for your friend, it doesn't mean that it's going to work for you. You can land up with a bad rash if you apply the same ingredient. Okay, so that's one thing which we have to keep in mind. Sorry, you were asking about how we can maintain
Like
the.
the people don't go to a doctor, they apply the self medicate, and when they go, actually the results are opposite. They must have thought that my friend has already applied, this will work on my skin, but the results are opposite. So I think going to a doctor is must. That's what I was asking, that
Yeah, yeah. So no,
people
please no
don't
home
go.
remedies at all. Like, please visit a doctor. See, your consultation fee might be 300 or 500 at the max. Okay. So you're not, if you land up with a bad skin or a bad rash, your bill is going to be around 4 to 5 thousand. You have to keep visiting the doctor till it gets better, and that's going to take a lot of time. So even if you look in terms of price, you're spending much more than the 300 and 500 consultation fee. So just go to your doctor and get your good skincare routine.
Right, because precaution is always better than the cure. So if you see that you are having some sort of dry skin, or this is not affecting you, please go to a dermatologist, because that is so important. Doctor, when we were talking about some lifestyle changes, you already suggested that people should drink a lot of water. Are physical activities or physical exercise are helpful in curing the dry skin?
See, in general, your skin, it depends on the kind of activity you do. Suppose, in like physical activity in terms of exercise, yes, it is important for you to maintain good health, but not in terms of hydration or anything. So if you work out well, if you sweat quite a bit, drink the equal amount of water. Now, a lot of fruits which contain a high amount of, water in it, what like cucumber or watermelon and coconut water. Now, these are all very hydrating and they contain electrolytes. So if you have a very physical, in terms of if you're in the sun for quite some time where you sweat out a lot, so you have to balance out that with water as well as a moisturizer.
Hmm. So balancing is important, and doctor, we have already, we have seen and seen around me as well. If somebody is having dry skin, they go to a salon and they suggest, some kind of facial which will make their skin glow, and that what can I say, that moisture on their face will occur for some days, but then it sometimes gone. So how are these products or these facials are helpful for a person who is having dry skin? Should they go for it, or should they do not go for such kind of facials?
Firstly, a big no to salon facials. If you have dry skin, my advice is please don't go get it done, because they really don't know, because they're not the experts when it comes to skincare. They might be good in their technique in terms of giving you a good massage, but ask them to, in fact, if you have really dry skin, ask them for a good massage with a good moisturizer, what the dermatologist recommend. But please don't use because they can put bleaching agents, or they can put compounds which can irritate your skin. A lot of these natural compounds can irritate your skin, and especially if you have dry skin, you will not have natural moisturizing factors on your skin. So when you don't have that, anything can irritate, including turmeric can irritate your skin. So no for such facials. Go to your dermatologist. In fact, nowadays, a lot of dermatologists have introduced hydrofacials and different kinds of medicated facials, which are also for dry skin. So talk to your doctor, see what they recommend, see at what stage your skin is, and then get something done. Please don't go get it done from an unprofessional.
Right, but sometimes if somebody is glowing because of some kind of facial, is it a human tendency that we feel that, oh wow, that is, somebody is looking so nice and the skin is glowing, let's try that. But as the doctor said, that it's a big no. Don't go for such facial. But if you are having a dry skin, you should consult your dermatologist, whatever they, as the doctor already told, that there are other kinds of facial called hydrofacial, which are also there in to for your dry skin. Doctor, what are we can say the prevention, or what are the treatments which are available for a person who is having extremely dry skin? And is it like that the dry skin can lead to other medical conditions as well if not treated properly?
Yes. See, first of all, a lot of us as Indian housewives, and we have no habit of using gloves when we're washing vessels or when anything. 90% of us, we don't like to wear glove. So that's one thing. First, we'll have to change, like in terms of like precautions. Like I was saying, precaution is the first step for the cure. So if you are the kinds to have, if you are the kinds to use a lot of detergents, first make sure to wear good gloves, and please don't take hot showers. Don't stay like for 20 to 30 minutes a day in your shower. Take quick showers, but it should be squeaky clean. And please don't use harsh soaps, which can damage your skin. So, and the most important thing is to use a good moisturizer. Now, medical grade moisturizers, a lot of medical grade moisturizers have, in moisturizers, there are three things. There are humectants, there are occlusives, and there are emollients. Now, a lot of medical grade moisturizers covers all these three. So they increase the water content, they absorb the water from the environment, and they close the layer. Now, a lot of medical grade ones have these. So, and they're much more cheaper when compared to over the counter ones. So start using first moisturizer as a main thing. And you also have these days oral medications. There are also oral moisturizers which are available. So your doctor can prescribe that. But please don't self-medicate yourself. Go to your doctor and discuss what are the options available, and then see how it goes.
Right. So don't use over the counter products. Go and see your dermatologist, because that is important. As doctor already said, that there are treatments which are available for your dry skin as well. Doctor, when we were talking about soaps, as you already mentioned that, people who apply soap or use harsh soap, their skin, is more dry, and so what moisture should contain what kind of product or ingredient in that, if somebody is having dry skin, and what precautions should they take?
Okay. So if you have really dry skin, firstly, soaps can really dry out your skin because their pH is really, really low when compared to the regular scented bars which are available, or the cleansers, body cleansers. Now you have to choose, when you're choosing a soap, make sure to choose something which is very similar to your skin pH. Okay, so either too low or too high can damage your skin. So you have to look for some moisturizing factors in your skin, like I was saying earlier, humectants and emollients, like squalene, ceramides. Now, a lot of soaps have, and these cleansers also have natural moisturizing factors added in them. They will prevent and block the evaporation of moisturizers. So look for such ingredients which has fatty acids and all of these ingredients, and that will be of work for you.
Okay, okay. Doctor, now we have some live viewers question as well who are watching this live. They have some questions. There's a question that why is my skin becoming so dry and flaky as I get older?
So it is very, very natural. As we get old, our body tends to produce less oil. That's a phenomenon God has created. We can't really help in that, especially as we touch 40, as we get closer to 40, your hands, your feet, your legs, all these areas tends to get very dry, especially the areas whichever you are, whichever is exposed to the outer environment. Now, all these areas will get extremely dry. The only thing you can do is, like I said, you go for cinder bars or go for cleansers and moisturize at least twice a day.
So it will happen, but you can moisturize yourself. You can definitely take care of yourselves. Doctor, there's another question from a live viewer that could hormonal changes be contributing to my dry skin at this age?
Yes, definitely. Hormonal changes will cause, when there is reduction in terms of estrogen and all of that in your body as we age, it will make your skin extremely dry. Okay, so if you have such hormonal issues, apart, like I was saying, the ultimate treatment will be for you to use a good cleanser and a good this thing. But if it is getting very, very bad, you can visit a doctor or your gynecologist, and you can use products which are estrogen based, or you can eat food which has good amount of estrogen in the, like chana, then soya. All these will increase some amount of natural estrogen in your body. Hummus is a very good food which can increase estrogen in your body. So all this will help partly, but ultimately you have to use a good moisturizer.
Okay, but ultimately, you have to use a good moisturizer with this good lifestyle changes as well. Doctor, we have a live viewer question named Siddharth. He's asking, are there any specific anti-aging moisturizers or treatments that can help with my dry skin?
Okay, firstly, you have to use, apart from moisturizer, an important thing you also have to apply is using a sunscreen in the morning. And in your anti-aging regimen, now we are all fans of serums, and this is these days it's serum world. There are so many actives in the market. So a good active, if you want to use in terms of anti-aging, hyaluronic acid is most commonly used about throughout the world. If you are a person who is using a skincare regime above 30, hyaluronic acid is a must. So, and this hyaluronic acid, you can combine a retinol-based ingredient with it. Most of the anti-aging creams contain one active, and mostly it is retinol-based. Or you can use any other AHAs such as lactic acid, or you can use glycolic acid. All these also contain some amount of anti-aging properties. And in terms of treatment, like I was saying, if you have really dry skin, you can go for procedures such as oxyfacial or a hydrofacial. All these will help. Even Q-switch laser will also help in terms of laser toning and all that. But please get it done by a doctor, not by anyone else.
Yes, so do not self-medicate yourself. Go and see a dermatologist. That is more important if you have a dry skin, because there are treatments available, as doctor already told us. Doctor, there's a question. We are talking about dry skin, and this is a question which is coming, that why is my skin so dry and itchy all the time? So is it like that dry skin can be itchy as well?
Yes, yes. So for every skin condition, there are symptoms, then there are signs. One of the main symptoms for dry skin is it gets extremely itchy. When your skin is dry, you tend to scratch or something. Now that scratch will again irritate your skin and the itch cycle. So it's all interlinked to one another. So it gets extremely itchy if you have dry skin. Now, for that, as you all know, I mean, how many ever times I repeat, it's going to be the same. You have to use moisturizer, and itching. It again, when so especially for a person with dry skin, make sure to keep your nails really short. Please, and if you have really long nails, you're again going to cause damage to your skin. That will in fact aggravate your dry skin a lot.
Okay, so is it like that also? People scratch it out because they have big nails. So cut down your nails if you have a dry skin, and don't scratch it, because it can cause you harm as well. Doctor, there's a question from Sonia asking, is there a link between dry skin and other skin conditions that might develop as I age?
Okay. As you age, suppose if you have really dry skin because of various, could be any other thing, you can develop fine lines, you can develop wrinkles, now as we age, it is natural for us to develop fine lines and wrinkles. Now, it depends on how you want to look when you're old, whether you want to look like Jennifer Lopez, or you want to look, or you want to like age normally. So if you want to look like Jennifer Lopez, even at 55, you have to maintain, you constantly have to you put a lot of work on your skin. It's not that you have to use 101 products to look beautiful and stay flawless. A basic sunscreen, a moisturizer, and a night anti-aging cream, and a good cleanser. These four are essential for you to maintain a normal skin care. So it is important for you at the end of the day. The choice is within you about how you want to invest in your skin, your time into your skincare. It's hardly 5 to 10 minutes. I think that much we can spare time.
Right, definitely. And I think we should definitely spare 5 to 10 minutes at a very young age, so that, in earlier life, we are seeing the result, and we are happy that, thank God we have spent, 5 to 10 minutes on a skincare routine. Because usually people say, and also talking about dry skin, usually people feel that skincare routine and taking good care of skin is always, of the women or the girls. But I think boys also should take care of their skin. What is your take on that?
Oh, I think it's extremely important. Girls are very picky these days. If you look at if you look at the proportion, especially in India, for every five brides, there are 10 grooms. Okay, if you want a good girl to pick on you, you need to have good skin at the end of the day. So it's very, very important. Like, forget about even in terms of looks, like it's also very, very healthy. It is normal and natural to have a good moisturized skin than have extremely dry skin. It's a big put off for most of the girls, so it's important for you to have good skin. So because these days girls, as I see, like, they're very, very picky in terms of choosing men. So this is again one important thing about self-care and taking care of yourself. If you don't take care of yourself, how will you take care of the wife? So you have to take care.
Definitely. So follow a proper good skincare routine. So there are so many benefits of it. Talking about the skincare routine, there is a question from a viewer as well, that how can I adjust my skincare routine to address both dryness and signs of aging?
Okay. So if you have dryness and signs of aging, so first in your skincare routine, in your morning routine, please include your first step should be moisturizer, followed by a sunscreen. This is I'm talking about the basic regime. Okay, but if your regime can change once. It depends on how your skin is behaving, and if you want to include anti-aging properties, so like I said earlier, include a cream which has retinol and hyaluronic acid. So these will contain both anti-aging properties as well as moisturizing properties. So you can include that. Then you'll be able to maintain a healthy skin.
Okay. And there is a question that could my dry skin be related to the soap or shampoo I am using?
Oh yeah, definitely. Your depends on, like we were talking about soaps earlier, right? Like soaps can really dry out your skin because they have something called as surfactants. Now, apart from removing dirt and other pollutants from your skin, soap can also strip away moisture, the natural moisturizing factors and natural oils from your skin. So this will make your skin extremely dry. And we have this, especially in acne patients I've seen, they think that because their face is very oily, they tend to wash a lot of times. This is a common question I get from most of the patients. They want to wash like 3 to 4 times a day. But when you're washing so many times a day, you also have to moisturize. So it is directly proportional. If your skin is dry, your body tends to produce more oil. If your skin is hydrated, then it produces less oil. So it's a myth. So you have to moisturize for your skin not to get very oily. Hydration and oiliness are two different things. So don't get confused and not moisturize your skin.
Okay. And talking about, washing the face, what is the ideal, you can say, how many times a person should wash their face in a day? Because sometimes people, wash it for 3, 4 times. Sometimes people wash it in the morning or in the evening as well. But what is the ideal amount of time that people should wash their face and moisturize it as well?
Okay. So ideally twice is good enough. But if you're going into the, like if you're going out and if you're going into a lot of pollution and all of that, you can wash it 3 times. But 3 times is also a big no. Ideally, once in the morning and once in the evening are 2 times a day is good. But if you are not going out of your, or if you're not stepping out, once is also okay. The less number of times, the better it is to retain natural, factors. But if you're putting a lot of makeup and a lot of product on your face, then you can, you have to make sure to double cleanse and do all of that. But after that, each time you wash your face, make sure to moisturize. So 2 to 3 times a day is minimum number of times to moisturize and wash it.
Okay. And 2 time is a good, amount of time that people should wash it. And then if they are using makeup or they are going out, then it can be increased. But as you already told us that whenever somebody is washing their face, they should apply moisture to it, because that is very important. Doctor, there is a question from a live viewer asking that are there any dietary or lifestyle changes I should consider to improve my dry skin?
Okay. So dietary changes, like it's important for you to, if you have really dry skin, drink lots of water, like I was saying, at least about 1 to 2 liters of water. That water is enough. Okay. And so it depends on your profession again. Suppose for a hairdresser or for a florist, or for someone like a housewife, you tend to wash your hands a lot of times. Your hands you are in the water a lot of time. So make sure each time you wash or take out, make sure to moisturize again. That's one thing which you have. And I said short and simple showers. 5-minute shower is more than enough. If not, if you don't want to shower twice a day, that's okay. But if you're living in humid region, then if you're sweating a lot, you must shower twice a day. But otherwise, once a day is good enough. Now, some changes like this, and having a habit of moisturizing after you shower, all these things, all these changes will help you on the long run.
Okay, so do these lifestyle changes will help you and maintaining your proper skin. Doctor, there's a question from Rahul asking, what kind of lotion should I use to help with my dry skin?
Okay. So, like I was saying, in market, there are a lot of options these days, and it's very difficult for you to pick which moisturizer to use. So, look for contents such as fatty acids, ceramides, squalene. These are some of the most commonly used one. Then a simple petroleum jelly will also be sufficient if you have a normal skin. Now, the medical grade moisturizers, they have a lot of properties covered. Apart from retaining the moisture on your skin, they also have properties of pulling moisturizer from the surrounding skin, and they can also form an occlusive film, where it will avoid transepidermal water loss. Now, medical grade and some of the moisturizers have all these components. So use a good grade moisturizer and not just any lotion and waste your money.
Okay, so doctor, we have discussed about the moisturizer we can use. Using moisturizer is also important. Hydrating yourself is important. Climate conditions also are the causes of dry skin. There's a question coming that is, could stress or lack of sleep be contribution of my dry skin?
Okay. See, in terms of dry skin, yes, stress, sleep, and natural anything which goes out of hand, your skin can look extremely dry and it can look pale and dull and all of that. Sleep will also affect if you don't sleep well, melatonin is not secreted well. It's a feel good hormone, and water content of all that, not taking enough amount of water, all these things will make your skin look dull. But in terms of dry skin, it will not make your skin extremely dry, but it can make your skin dull.
So anyway, stress and lack of sleep will cause not good to your skin, being a dry skin or.
Yes.
Right, doctor. Doctor, there's a question. We are discussing about sleep, stress, about dry skin as well. There's a question coming that, are there any specific fabrics or clothing I should avoid wearing due to dry skin?
Yes. You need to avoid woolen clothes, polyester clothes. Try, if you have dry skin, try to use natural components, such as, first, number one is cotton. And in case if you have to use woolen clothes, put a layer of cotton under your skin, and then you have to wear woolen clothes. And leather is also okay, but always a thin layer of cotton will protect you from the surrounding environment. So no polyesters and satin, anything silk based can also irritate your skin. So stick to cotton mostly, that will protect your skin.
Wearing more cotton clothes will be helpful if somebody is having dry skin. Okay. So we were talking about skincare routine only earlier, and there's a question that, can you suggest a skincare routine that's simple and effective for my dry skin?
Okay, simple and effective. Like, first, when you wake up, apply a good moisturizer. Now everyone is a great fan of vitamin C these days. So if you want, you can include that. But again, vitamin C is again a very tricky thing. For some people, it might it might really work. For some people, it might not work. So first test that if it's working for you, you can use that. And then a moisturizer, and then a sunscreen in the morning. In the night, use an anti-aging cream which contains a moisturizer.
So that's a good, simple and effective skincare routine which you have told. And I think everybody, if you are not having a skincare routine, being it a boy or a girl, you should definitely have a good skincare routine, because as in this live session we have discussed the advantages of having a good skincare routine and of good skin. Doctor, any advice you would like to give to all the viewers who are watching this live?
Okay. So, firstly, remember, dry skin can lead to lot of other skin issues. It can aggravate. It can cause eczema. It can cause atopic dermatitis. It can cause irritant contact dermatitis. So, there are a lot of health in terms of skin issues you can develop with dry skin. Now, please make sure that your skin is not dry. It's a very simple thing. Like if you can't afford, at least use glycerin. That is one basic moisturizer which is available, or a lot of people think applying coconut oil can be a protection, but one thing about vegetable oils is vegetable oil, they don't really penetrate into the skin because the moisture, the size of the molecule is very, very big. So go for products. Liquid paraffin is another option which is available in the market. That's also very cheap, but it is not cosmetically, glycerin and liquid paraffin cosmetically they might not be very accepting. Then you can go for regular moisturizer. Like I was saying, a lot of medical grade moisturizers are available these days and they're affordable. You can switch to them. Don't like I told a big list of no-nos earlier in the this thing. So don't repeat it. Try to keep your skin. If you want to look pretty, your skin should shine. When will your skin shine? Only when it is hydrated well and when you're happy from within. These are the two things which are essential for us. Maintain a good lifestyle. A holistic approach is always good to have good skin. So eat well, sleep well, meditate well, drink lots of water, and stay happy. These are the 5 things which are essential for good skincare. So please go for a holistic thing.
Wow, that's a very good advice, for somebody's like good skin and for life as well. That be happy, stay hydrated, eat good things as well. So before we end this live session, Doctor, any takeaway message for all the viewers you would like to give from here?
Okay, like I was saying, make sure everything is in place. Just a simple moisturizer can help you from a lot of trouble and lot of medical bills. So please just moisturize, and that will save your day.
Okay, so from now onwards, to follow a proper skincare routine, and if you're not doing it, please do apply moisturizer as we have discussed in this live as well. Thank you so much, Dr. B. Shravani Sandya, for your valuable time. And it has been really an informative session for all your viewers, and I am sure they will definitely use this information to prevent themselves and their near and dear ones from getting dry skin. And in case now they know, if they see such symptoms, they know that instead of self-medication, it is better to approach a nearby dermatologist.
Thank you so much. Thank you for your time.
And it is really great to hear you. And we really look forward for many more such sessions in the coming time for our viewers as well, Doctor.
Sure. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Doctor. And thank you so much to all the viewers for your excellent participation in today's session. And to get latest updates on how to keep your skin healthy, do like and follow our Facebook page. That is all about skin well-being. We are also available on YouTube, Twitter, and Instagram. Thank you and good day to all.